Hello everybody and welcome to an A-Level options presentation on two subjects, A-Level Business and A-Level Economics. In usual times this information will be provided to pupils across a number of lunchtime classroom sessions and to parents at our A-Level options evening. Crucially though, if there are any follow-up questions that arise from this information provision, please do get in touch. This is the start of an important decision-making process and we want to support you through that. I'm going to start therefore with the A-Level Economics presentation. And I want to give you a flavour of both subjects so that you can make the best informed decision. Now I'm going to start with the bad reasons to study A-Level Economics. I always ask the pupils, why did you choose this subject? And these are some of the reasons which I think are bad reasons. Number one, everyone else is doing it. You're making a choice for you, and your parents and your friends will have different opinions, I'm sure. But crucially, I hope that you choose to study economics because you're really interested in everything that I follow through with this presentation. It is a very, very popular subject, but this is your decision. To your subjects, and you're going to study these subjects for the next 2 years of your life. So please choose subjects that you're really interested in. Bad reason number two, that is indeed true. The teaching is very, very good. We're very confident in what we do. We deliver some very, very outstanding results every summer. Last summer, obviously, we had some centre assessed grades, so things were done slightly differently. But if we jump back to the year before, 2019, the last examined set of grades, the economics department achieved 100% A star to B grade. Lots and lots of pupils getting very, very good grades. But hopefully that happens across St. Peter's, and so you're going to get good and excellent teaching, whichever option you go for. But we're very confident in what we do. Bad reason number three. Yeah, it may be true. It may be true. Lots of reasons, lots of pupils think it'll make me money, and that might be something that comes into your considerations. But don't forget, you're going to study this subject for 2 years of your life. You really should be studying things that you're interested in. So let's go through what the economics course covers and why you might study economics. So first of all, economics is a current affairs based subject. We look at real life events. It is not a subject that covers dusty old theory that you won't be applicable to your life. The economics that you see in the news from day to day, the impact of a recession, the impact of a global pandemic, the impact of Brexit and so on, and the government decisions that subsequently follow are real life events that we study in the classroom. So the first thing I'll say is that economics is real. If you're interested in what's going on around you, it may well be the right subject. Number two, I always think that economists are problem solvers. Economists often have to look at where areas of markets that fail or don't work effectively and look at the solutions that governments and economists have to come up with. A whole range of market failure problems might be faced across your A-level studies. Everything from congestion charging, there are too many cars on the roads. What do we do with things that are bad for us, whether it's cigarettes, alcohol, drugs? What role should government play in society? So we are problem solvers and decision makers. We don't just look at the UK though, we look quite widely around the world, particularly in the upper six part of the course, where we look at the diverse range of economic development between different continents and different countries, and you'll become experts at how the world is globalising and changing, and of course it's your generation that's being affected significantly by that. And what I mean by that is that by 2025, so if you think sort of 5 years down the line, where you'll be sort of middle of university, perhaps just starting to think of your career path, America will still be the biggest economy in the world. But across your generation, so if we fast forward 25 years, China will overtake America as the biggest economy in the world, and in India will push it very, very close. The world is changing, and it's important from an economics viewpoint to understand why and how that will affect your lives. The course itself is exams based, so all exams are taken at the end of upper sixth. But what else? My view is that if all you get is a very, very good grade, then I've failed in my job. So we've got to go far beyond that. We are wide, avid readers of the Economist magazines and the media in the world around us. We actually write our own magazine called Peternomics. It's the departmental magazine that lots of pupils contribute to. So not only will you get a very good A-level grade, you'll also be a published author by the end of the course. There's lots and lots of competitions, from share competitions to essay competitions throughout the course, that will add to your ability and your armoury outside just the A-level grade. And we focus on a lot of fun. We have our own latte lessons where we provide the coffee, the chocolate, the tea, and you provide the economics. You'll understand, I'm sure, sixth form teaching is very, very different to GCSE teaching. You've got a fun 2 years ahead. Obviously, things this year have been slightly different with regards to trips and visits, but we still subscribe to the fact that learning should be serious fun. The trips to London, the visits to big companies and universities will, I'm sure, take place as we move forward in the future. So, to summarise, what makes a good economist? I think these top two bullet points are key. You've got to be interested in the world around you. You've also got to, a demand to be intellectually challenged. Economics is an intellectually challenging subject. For many pupils, it becomes their first or second choice subject, but for some pupils, it might be your third or fourth. Universities like it. It's seen as a very good intellectually challenging subject to have on your CV. We like pupils that engage in a good argument. There is no right way to run the economy, perhaps, and different governments, politicians and economists will have different views, and therefore your ability to analyse, argue and evaluate decision making is going to be crucial. Some pupils always ask, is it very maths heavy or is it very essay heavy? And I always say it's pretty much bang in the middle. You have to have an ability to interpret data, but also make judgments, write essays. So it's not perhaps an English or history essay-based subject. I wouldn't say it's a maths or physics at the other end. I would put it halfway in the middle. As a general guide, we tend to say that as long as pupils are on track for a 6 in English and a 6 in maths, then that's good enough for us. And that final bullet point can probably be taken off any subject's A-level presentation today. That's why you're at St Peter's. You want to get good grades, and we want all pupils to really work hard, get good grades, and achieve to their full potential. So, some frequently asked questions, and like I said, if there are things at the end of this presentation that you want to chat about, please do use the school email and be in touch. Okay, the first set of questions I always get is the following. I'm going to cover the A-level business presentation in just a second. The answer to the first one is no, absolutely it isn't, and I'll try and explain why in just a second. The answer to the second bullet point is yes, you can. The only caveat I sometimes give at this point is that some universities do see them as similar subjects, and we're talking about the elite top universities there. We actually have plenty of upper six pupils who are doing both business and economics. We have some lower six pupils who start with both business and economics with the view to dropping one of them at some point and focusing on their area of expertise. But you can absolutely do it with economic. You can do the combination of business and economics together if you wish. What subject does it go with? Well, we've got some the most popular combination is probably economics and maths. But there's a big crossover between economics and geography. For those wanting to go down perhaps more of an international route, economics alongside a language is a very popular route. And economics may well be your number one or number two choice. But like I said earlier, it is a very good supporting subject. Universities classify it very highly as an intellectually challenging subject. So it may well be that it's your very good third or fourth subject to begin with. Is it really difficult? Yeah, yes it is. It's an A-level, it's an advanced level, but you're going to rise to the challenge and you've got a very exciting 2 years ahead of you. So if we now move over to A-level business so that you have the full flavour of both subjects, the department economics and business, all the teachers in the department teach both A-level economics and business, but the two A-levels are separate, and part of this process is making the right choice for you. So let's focus on business at St Peter's. Again, it's a very, very popular subject, both in terms of the A-level choices, but very, very popular when it comes to the next step. Business and marketing and finance and management are very, very important areas and popular areas when it comes to the next step. We all have different career paths, whether that's music and fashion and sport and industry and engineering and so on. But we're all going to operate in some sort of business. We might run our own business. We might want to set up our own business. So understanding the core nuts and bolts of how business operates is a very, very transferable skill. And that's why it's such a popular A-level subject. Similar to economics, we pride ourselves on the success of the A-level course and the grades in which the pupils achieve, but it must be so much more than that. We have a variety of extracurricular options and opportunities that go ahead. Again, things have been, of course, slightly different this year, but lots and lots of competitions. Again, we write our departmental magazine. We actually have a very popular co-curricular option, which is the Young Enterprise Programme, where pupils set up and run their own business successfully. And that's a very, very popular co-curricular option that is available to you in the sixth form. Once again, it combines very, very well with any other subject, and it is a very good supporting subject, albeit many pupils have it as their number one or number two choice. And crucially, of course, many pupils go on to run their own business or operate their own business successfully. So again, understanding how business operates is a key part of that success. At this point, I usually get out my one prop that I bring along to this, and my question that I always ask is, how many of these, just the two-finger, bog-standard milk chocolate Kit Kats, are produced just down the road at Nestle each day? The answer is a staggering amount, and the Nestle facts out on their website tell us that 564 Kit Kats, just the two-finger variety, are consumed every second in the UK. That's an unbelievable figure. And that makes us think about how business operations work. How do you begin to produce and manufacture, and the logistics behind a massive operation like that, making Kit Kat and of course Nestle a very successful company. So we look broadly at big companies and how they operate successfully and in many cases unsuccessfully. We also look at sort of the headline ways of marketing. Marketing is often a big, strong favourite component of the course. We're just about to launch. I haven't seen it yet, but by the time you see this presentation, you may have seen some of the Christmas adverts heading your way. But how do you market and successfully advertise your product? So that's the kind of topics that we will look at in the business course. We're also looking at management of people. Again, no matter what area of business or career you end up in, you may well be in charge of teams. How do you recruit and motivate and select the right teams and make sure they're successful as part of your business? So again, these topics are all covered in the A-level business course. The world is changing, particularly due to the globalized nature of business and the role that technology plays in that globalized environment. So again, looking at the operations, the manufacturing, and the truly global logistical networks that exist to make businesses successful is a key component of the course as well. So those areas tend to be the typical areas that we discuss. We look at small local businesses, how they set up, how they become successful, and we have some good links to old Peterite businesses and some small local businesses as well, because that's part of the course is very much being able to apply your knowledge to the real world that exists around us. The skills that are required then to study business and to make you successful, all of those, I think, are, well, a lot of these bullet points are applicable to many subjects. For example, the willingness to work and learn. We want good, hard-working pupils, and in some cases we take that for granted. But we also want pupils to be involved. If you're going to be successful in business, you must be involved. You need to participate and discuss. There may not be a right way to run a business successfully, to motivate the right member of staff, or to market a product. So there's plenty of opportunities to solve problems, make decisions, and be interested in the world around. Okay, so to wrap things up, here are some frequently asked questions I get about the study of A-level business. The first question is this: do I need to be good at maths? The answer is, well, you need to handle data. You need to be confident with data. We're going to be dealing, of course, with numbers. We're going to be looking at profit and loss and how a business breaks even and becomes successful. So therefore, we study accounts and finance. So you need to be comfortable with the numbers side of things, but this is not pure maths. And as long as you can operate a calculator effectively as we do in the real world, you'll be just fine. The second question I often get asked is, can I do it with economics? I think I've covered that already, but it is worth checking, especially if some of your aspirations are at the top end. And we do have lots of pupils who study both, but we do have some pupils who study both with a view to perhaps dropping one at some point in their lower sixth. And finally, a question to you really: are you going to end up working in a business? And the answer to that is probably yes. So understanding how businesses operate successfully may be a key thing that you want to study further. And as I said at the start, you are at the beginning of the decision-making process. I hope you found this information useful. But if there are any questions, any queries at all, or if you want to chat about business and economics or anything related, then please do use the school email and we'll take it from there. I hope you found these presentations useful, and if I can do anything else to support your decision-making process, then please do be in touch. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.